Hey everyone, Uncle Muggle here with another game review. Little late as always, but you know, that makes sure I can play the bejesus out of these games before throwing around my thoughts and opinions. Well, let's get into it. Today we'll be reviewing Crackdown 3. Crackdown 3 is an open world collectathon exclusively for the Xbox One, developed by multiple teams and published by the good old boys at Microsoft Studios. Announced back in what feels like the Stone Age of 2014, and now finally released on February 15th, 2019, this game has a whole lot of hype to live up to. Okay, so I want to get a little more real here. With this game being available on the Games Pass, unless you are literally the world's biggest Crackdown fan, do not pay full retail price for this game. I mean, a ton of things that were promised just are not there. It's on Games Pass. If you have not used your free trial yet, then you've got a free month of Games Pass to beat a $70 title. And trust me, that's more than enough time. I mean, even if you have used your Games Pass trial, then $15 to play this game is definitely worth it. And then, you can play anything else on Games Pass, or you can cancel. Like, it really is that easy. You just cancel after you're done. Whatever you do, do not get this game at full price. That's odd. Anyway, as I was saying, Crackdown 3 had promised fans of the series a return to former glory for those who had kinda hated Crackdown 2, as well as a wide, wild world with tons to do, and even more to blow up. Upon release, I played Crackdown 3 on Xbox One X.
But it's an exclusive. Could you only play it on Xbox?
Well, yes, but sorta. Not with the Xbox Play Anywhere thing for PC, Crackdown 3 Anyway, moving on. Being an Xbox Games Pass member, I was able to pre-install the game before launch and play it the moment it went live on February 15th, which is an awesome feature of the service, and it started off my time with the game in a very positive attitude, feeling as I got the game for a steal of the price. The game opens with an adrenaline-fueled speech from Terry Crews, only for the entire team to be blown to smithereens. After a cutscene to fill you in on what's going on and why you're alive again, you may select from a small group of agents to be resurrected, and of course, just minus all the superpowers. And frankly, if you didn't pick the Terry Crews skin, I feel like you're playing the game wrong. Once all the mumbo jumbo is out of the way, then you are set off into the open world to do as you please, hunting orbs to power up your agent.
You picked Terry Crews, right?
And to take down a series of bad guys laid out in a simple hierarchy. Taking out the lower bosses first will make the tier above easier, and so on. But you are free to assault these enemies in any order you like. Additionally, the map is littered with location assault quests, each color-coded to each boss group. Each boss quest will only appear on the map once a certain amount of the quests in the corresponding boss's color have been completed. The map is laid out in an interesting way, with the majority part of the city that contains the quest is almost in a donut-like shape, with the center hole housing a series of towers that houses each boss. For my playthrough, I moved from the starting point clockwise around the map, clearing missions and collecting orbs as I went. After one pass, I had finished almost every mission and only had the center island of bosses left to do. It was weird. It kind of felt like there was almost not enough missions, but just the right amount of missions for the somewhat small map. Really, it's weird. The combat uses a third-person lock then shoot system, and even though in most reviews seems to be getting a pretty bad rap, but for me, in this type of game that never once really takes itself seriously and encourages non-stop explosions and shootouts, it works perfectly. I personally don't think Crackdown is ever a game you should take super serious and worry about deaths and stats and other stuff like that, but one that you can kind of just turn your brain off and have a good time jumping around from building to building, squanching on bad guys. I just like squanching. Leveling in this game is also a great way to have some more mindless fun, whether you're jumping around collecting ability orbs, racing through the streets to level up driving, or just really picking unnecessary fights to level up guns, strength, and explosions. I can't stress enough how fun this game is, but, and it's a pretty big but, not only did they severely underdeliver on what was promised oh so long ago, in the single player campaign, almost nothing is destructible, And I distinctly remember an Xbox presser where they talked about being able to blow up entire buildings and create new paths to our objective, but instead, what we got really feels like an Xbox 360 game. And I mean, the multiplayer that does have destructible buildings is more of a glorified physics test room. It's just a huge disappointment to me. To buy this game at full retail price, you would have to be a crazy person. I mean, as fun as this game is, it's short, it doesn't really have a ton to do once you've beaten it, and at that price, I'm pretty sure you can get an Xbox 360 and the original Crackdown, which would be a much smarter purchase. Even smarter than that would be just getting Games Pass for the month. But if that isn't an option for you, then honestly, you're not missing much skipping it. So as I review games on several different aspects, and day one launch value for price has a really decent effect on the final score, I'm going to issue 2 scores for this game. The first being purchased at retail, and the second if you're playing through Games Pass. So for full retail price, I'd give this game a 61 out of 100. Now if you're playing this game through Games Pass, it's a solid 79 out of 100. Ton of fun. For as long as this game has been in development, and for how much hype has gotten behind Crackdown 3, I think we were all expecting much more, and it fell short. Still, a fun game to pick up on the cheap when you're snowed in or nothing else to do, or if you're looking to get more value out of your Games Pass subscription, then I would absolutely recommend it. Thanks for checking out my review of Terry Crews Simulator. Crackdown 3. Get in there and click that like button below if you enjoy the review, and be sure to subscribe so you can check out all my upcoming reviews. Shout out to Darkmoon22 for editing this for me. You're the man as always. Be sure to check out his channel, link in the description. Hope to see y'all at the next review.